So I managed to go to a Rewe and get my wife's bottles of malt drink. I used the zloty instead of 50 cent piece. Pity that doesn't work in all of the machines. As you can see, you've got quite a lot of, this is all nice new stuff actually by the looks of things. It costs a fortune to take petrol, 35 litres, 25 Euros. Der Verkauf von Kraftstoffen sowie sonstige Agenturwaren und Leistungen erfolgt im Namen und für Rechnung der Total Deutschland GmbH. If you're wondering why it says der Total Deutschland GmbH when after all Deutschland is a land and therefore das, then I have to inform you that you're quite a long way from understanding German. So I just went to the Buchautal station, got Excellium diesel, filled up on it. That might be the last time I need to go. Now 43 hours into the journey, 3607, just got past 3600 there. Don't know why this thing turned itself off for some strange reason, don't know why. Still not as far as Berlin yet. What I wanted to briefly talk about is the Sanifair toilets that used to be at some of these stations. In the olden days, you know, you used to go to that place and just for the fact that you were buying petrol, which by the way was cheaper then than it is now, by a long way. You used to go to the toilet, and you didn't have to pay anything at these German Autobahn toilets. And now they've got some, they were all perfectly clean. Well, there was something unfair about that because now they've brought in a much fairer system everywhere. Obviously they thought it was unfair that people that, you know, they live from the road, they need to give travellers a chance to relieve themselves. I mean, after all, it's always possible that a traveller might decide instead just to relieve him or herself up their back wall, and they wouldn't want that. So it's interesting to, you know, if they're selling petrol, to let people at least have a pinkle for nothing, especially when you've got a lot of people travelling on business. Why should they be paying themselves to pinkle on business time? And so what wasn't fair about the old system, whereby, you know, you sell petrol, you make a margin, and one of the things you're expected to do is keep a toilet free. Well, that wasn't good enough for them, so now they've introduced something called Sanifair. And what happens is you've got an entry system whereby you've got to pay 70 cents at the moment. And for those 70 cents, what actually happens is you leave it gives you a 50-cent thing back, which you can spend in the shop, and it gives you and it retains 20, okay, but it gives you 50 back, which you can spend in the shop. Now you can use it against the petrol, so therefore they're saying that that's why it's fair, because customers who didn't pay in the past, they don't pay much now, they only pay a little bit, but the fact is they're still paying something, when in the past, of course, they didn't pay anything at all. So it's a strange kind of fairness, really. And also the fact is that the prices in the shop are inflated, and these vouchers make people more likely to buy when they might otherwise have more sense. They're still above the price they should be, even after you take off a little bit for the voucher.